I've started recording. So for example, let's create a list. Let's say my list. We are creating a list. We'll make it my list. My list is equal to. Then we'll open a square bracket. A square bracket. So we'll put in our list. So the list can be 1. Let's make it 1, 2, 3. It can also be a string, but for you to understand, that's why I'm making it this way. Okay. So we've created a list. So we can print the list. So print my list. So you can see the list being printed. Okay. In Python, how do I say this? Okay, Leo, let's go on. So that's how you print your list. Can I continue?
Yes.
Okay, so as I said, it can also be a string. It can also be a string. So let me make it my list is equal to, let's say, still the square bracket. So when you see the square bracket, we are talking about a list. Please do you understand? Okay, so the square brackets are normally list. So let's say we have apple. We have, let's me make it just 2, banana. So still, let us just print it. So print my list. So this one too.
No, because the list that you put, that's why.
Yeah.
Look at how you
This one I use underscore.
Underscore, that's why.
Okay. So that's it. So this is lists. We are going to talk about lists into details. And lists, how did I put it? Okay, let's make this way. The lists are normally indexed. I don't know whether you understand what I'm trying to say.
Are normally indexed.
Yes, like they are normally indexed. Like, okay, when you're moving forward, you understand what I'm trying to say. And what I'm trying to say is that normally with a list, it allows duplicates. Like it allows duplicates. So let me make a duplicate. Let me add another apple. So as we are going forward, others don't allow those things. We'll be talking about those ones. Yeah, list allows. Yes, list does. So print.
And when you see the square brackets, you know that's a list.
Yes, when you see the square brackets, you know that's a list.
And is there anything that use square brackets beside the list?
Yes, as we are going forward, we'll be using all these things. Okay. That's why we are really taking my time to explain everything into details. Okay. You can also check the length of your list. You can also check the length of your list. How you check the length of your list? Okay. With the length of the list, it counts the number of values inside the list. So for example, as you can see, the length of this one is 3. As you are going forward, when we do string, you say as for string, it counts the characters or the letters, but with list, it counts the values. It counts the values one by one. With a list, it counts the values one by one. So print. We are going to do the same way as we're doing the type. So we are checking the length of the list. So I'll do length, and the length is being represented by LI. LEN, sorry. I thought I'm doing it. It's being represented by LEN, and it stands for the length. So you see as I said, it counts the number of items within the list.
Yeah.
It's just like the everyday things we do. Normally I tell you that the programming, as a beginner, one thing I normally tell them that is the things that happen every day. It happens every day. Please, do you understand?
I do.
Yes. So normally with a list, they happen every day, all the time. It's all around us. They happen every day. So we can also miss lists with different data values. You see, now we know a string. We know an integer. We know a Boolean, and we know that a Boolean can be true or false statements. For lists, you can mix these things up. So now I have a string. So I'll type my Boolean. The Boolean, when you're typing, it begins always with a capital letter. You have your string, and you can input a number, or that's an integer. So with a list, it's accepted if it's in a list. It's accepted. Let me do it again. I was saying that with a list, when you can input a string, it can contain different characters. It can contain different characters. It can contain strings. It can contain numbers, and it can contain a Boolean. So the mistake I made, can you see the mistake I made? They even say the error teaches you. Look at the
yeah, you should have used a square.
Yes, you should have ended with a square, and I ended with the round brackets. So let me print. So you see the errors, now you're able to understand the errors. It's one of the key things in Python. So as I said, it accepts all these things. Okay, please, can I move forward? Okay, so normally with lists, as you are going to move forward, one thing you should put in your mind that things with lists, things are in order. With list, things are in order, and you can change things. List, you can make changes. Maybe the banana, maybe you want to change. You can make changes to it. It's ordered, and it's changeable. And it always also allows duplicate members. Maybe if there's more than one, it allows, as I was saying, if you are going forward, some of the ones you are going to learn they don't allow that, but list does. So we'll do all three of them, then we compare. Okay, so how do we assess? Now, the problem is maybe you want to assess only banana. How will you assess it? It's very, very, very simple. It's very simple. So now you have your list. You have your list. Then all that you have to do is you print. Which number do you want to assess? Which number do you want to assess? So
to banana.
Okay, to banana. So in Python, when you're counting, you start from 0. So the banana will be 1.
Okay.
Do you understand? In Python, when you're counting, you start from 0. So we'll do print.
So apple is 0, banana is 1.
Yes. So let me start from the apple. So this let me make it my list. So it's my list. So we are assessing the apple. And we are looking at everything with a print. Normally, you start the print with a round bracket. But we are checking, we want to assess an item. That's why I'm going to use a square bracket. So 0. Then after that, I'll close my bracket. So what will the value be? This one is very, very easy.
That's apple, that's 1. 0.
0, so apple. So you see, it's very, very simple. So that's how we assess items. As I was saying, is being indexed. In other programming languages, they start from 1. But in Python, it starts from 2. Sorry, it starts from 0. Please, do you understand? Do you understand?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
What about if it's negative? If it's negative, Python accepts negative values. Python accepts negative values. So with the negative values, when you look at the value, you look at the last value. Normally, it's with the last value. We count it from the last value, or the last item is -1. So 40 will be negative.
40 will be -1.
So let's try it. So -1. So you see 40. So if you are using the negative.
So if apple is 0, banana is 1, true is 2, and then 40 is -1. So that means that
no, 40 is everything I said is being indexed. It's been arranged from 0 upwards. But at times you can use the negative indexing. Instead of the positive indexing that starts from 0, you can use the negative one. The negative. Do you understand?
So if I use -1, that means that is the last item
on the list.
On the list.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter if it's 100 items. If I use -1, the last item will be -1.
Yes. So what do you think banana will be? Negative what?
Banana will be, if it's -1, so true will be -2, and banana will be -3.
So it's correct. So you can either use the normal indexing or the negative indexing. These little things we are learning, have you seen? We'll be adding them together. Yeah, we'll be putting them together. Okay, what about if you want a specific range? Maybe you want to choose only banana and true. Exactly. You want to choose a specific range, maybe only banana and true. You can easily do it. Let's look at the position of banana. Banana is what? What's the position of banana?
Banana is 1.
Banana is 1. So if you want to choose this, you look at the value that you want to. So since banana is 1, you want to choose banana and let's say true. All that you do is 0, and you bring your column and 1. So what it means is that it will choose
apple and banana.
Apple and banana, but that's not what I want. Let me change it. I want us to choose 1 and 2. So what it means is that it's going to choose banana and true. So let's print. Sorry. I'm coming. Let me do it again. What I was trying to say is that when it comes to the range and you want to choose the one that is between this one, the one that is between. I'm coming. Let me check. Why is between? Okay. When you want to choose a range, so I miscalculated. So when you want to choose a range, so which means 0 is not part. It's like between. So 1, 2 is between 1 and 3. So which means the first two are accepted, but the last figure is exclusive. The first two are inclusive, the last figures are exclusive. Please do understand.
1 second. So that means that even 1 is banana.
Yes, so let me use the first one. Have you seen 1 is banana? Have you seen it's between 1 and 2? So 1 is inclusive, 2 is exclusive. 1, it will be part, the 2 will not be part.
Okay, so if you do 0 and 2, you print out apple and banana.
Yes, let's do 0 and 2 so that we understand. So 0 and 2. So it will be apple and banana. Do you understand? I really love the way you understand it. So when you do that, it's going to print apple and banana. Please, do you understand?
I do.
So have you seen list is fun? Using list is fun to use. It's very nice to use. Can I move forward?
Yes, please.
Okay. So, as I said, at times the last figure we leave it out when are you doing the indexing or when you're doing the list. The first figure is inclusive, the last figure is exclusive. But you can let's reason.
Hello, Payal, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
Yes, please. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I was about to change the network. There are 2. If one of them fails, then I choose the other one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what about, let's reason it together. What about if I don't bring the 1 and it's only the 3? What do you think will happen? I bring only the column. What do you think will happen?
I think that will show it's apple, banana, true. You have 3 items.
You have 3 items. I always say that the last item is normally exclusive, but let's check. Oh, but we have 3. Yeah, we have 3 items, as you said. So apple, banana, and true, which means the last one is exclusive.
It's 40. 3 is assigned to 40, right?
Yes. The last one is not accepted. Like we don't add it to
it.
What about if it's the other? Sorry. What about if it's the other way? It's going to be the other way. Hold on. What about it's going to be the other way? I'll start from, let me make it 1. And I'll bring the column here. What do you think will happen?
Only apple.
No. Remember, I told you that
that would be banana.
So banana, I brought the column. So it will be 3 items. What do you think? Because I said, what do you think? You are reasoning now.
It will be 43 and banana, excluding apple.
Excluding apple. Okay, let's see. So you are correct.
So it's based on where you put the column.
Yes. What I'm trying to use this to explain, I'm using this to explain to you that the last value is exclusive in the column. When you want the range, the last, after the column, the last one is exclusive. Are you seeing in the column, in the list, the column, there are two. One is at the left and one is at the right. The one at the right is exclusive. The one at your left is inclusive. So whatever is at your left, we add it to it. Whatever is at your right, we don't add. Please, do you understand?
I do.
Okay. Can we continue?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's do this together again. What about if it's negative? If it's negative, what do you think it will be? We have the negative one, and we'll end at 4. For us, for the negative, it starts from -1. So between -1 and 4, let's see what will happen. Between -1 and 4, this is what. So why do you think it will be that way?
Hello? Because -1 is 40, right? And -1, -2, 3, and 4. So why is it empty? I don't know why is it empty?
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Based on the position, when it comes to the negative, let's interchange it and let's see something. Then I just brought these scenarios so that you will have a clear understanding. I intentionally brought the scenarios. Okay, now I interchange it. So now they are here. So the -4, negative, the banana. Wow. So yeah, so which means this one is exclusive. By this one, what happened here was based on the position, because in the negative, have you seen when you are counting the negative, it normally goes to the left. Let me use the number line to show you what I'm trying to say. You see, when you are using the negative, it's normally this way. Let's say this is it, and 0 is here. Are you seeing the negative goes this way? So
yeah.
normally the higher values. So when you make it this way, when you made it as I made it first one to intentionally show you, it means you've interchanged it. That's why it didn't see any value there. So if you want to print, you start from the highest number and you bring it to the lowest number.
Which is -1.
Yes.
Okay, which is -4.
Yes. So can you help me using the negative indexing? I want only banana and true. I want only banana and true. What would it only be? Only banana and true. It will be negative.
So what? -1 and 3.
Yes, it's
and
correct. But
-3.
-3, -1. -3, minus.
Yes.
Yes.
-3, negative.
Yeah, so you use the number line system so that you know that when it comes to the negative, it's not like the positive. As I use the number line. So with the positive ones, you can go, when you're starting, you can go this way. But with the negative ones, you start from the highest value, then you go. Okay, so that's one thing about list. And as I say, I'm saying all these things, we are going to add them to do something. 14%. All these things, we are going to add them to do something.
Mhm.
Okay, can I continue?
Yes.
So that's one thing about lists. And as I said, we are going to use them. What about, I will introduce you to something called the if. It's a conditional statement.
Mhm.
This one it happens every day. We use the if to make decisions. We use the if to make decisions. So if, let me give you a simple one. If it is snowing, based on where you are, if it is snowing, then what must you do? If it's snowing,
You wear snow gear.
yes, then wear snow gear. So that's how it's like. That's the if. The if is used to make decisions. So you are going to make your first decision, but we are not going to add a then. Have you seen the loops? I don't know whether you have done the if statement. So this one, we are going to, have you done the if statements? If, then, else. Yeah, we'll be getting there very soon. So let's say if we are checking whether Apple is in there. If Apple is in my list, we are checking whether Apple is in my list. So if Apple, then we bring in, if Apple in my list, if Apple in my list. This one you bring column. Now we are going up a little. Now it's getting a little bit tougher, but don't worry. So if Apple in my list, print. So this one is just allowing us to give more commands. It normally happens with the if statements. So if Apple is in my list, print yes. So it's happening in our list. So if it's correct, it will print yes. Apple. Since it's a string, that's why I also made it a string. Please, do you understand? Maybe you're asking the reason why I brought the inverted commas. Hello?
Yes, I'm here. I'm listening.
Yes. Maybe you might ask why I brought the inverted commas. It's because of the Apple is a string. So if Apple is in my list, so that's it. Let's see. So can I print it?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Okay, so let me close this one also. So what do you think will happen? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello, Frank. Yeah. So what do you think will happen?
If print yes, Apple is in my list, it will print yes.
Okay, so do you think there's difference? Normally,
It's a true statement.
okay. Normally with the if, the first statement that we talk about is always a true statement. Normally in a list, the first one is normally a true statement. So let's see. Sorry, I did not indent.
Indent the block, yeah.
Yeah, so let me do. I do not indent. That's why. So let me start this one. Hold on. If apple in my list, when you want to indent, you just use the tab. You click on the tab, or you can press your space bar 4 times. So I've clicked on the tab. So let me do print. Yes, apple is my list. Oh, what's wrong with these people?
You didn't indent it.
Okay. Okay, let me indent it. So are you seeing the errors is readable? So it has printed. Oh, excuse me. Why am I having errors? You forgot a comma. Hold on. I know the error. It's because of this. It's because I've not taught you string. It's because of this one, the apple. I pray it doesn't affect it. Hold on. I know this error. In Python, the quotes can be two. We have 2 of the quotes. It can be single and double. Oh, why? Still indentation. These people, excuse me. If apple, okay. Let me choose this one. And let me do the comments well. Let me do the comments well. Okay. I hope they will not say error this time.
Indented.
Yeah. So when you are doing, did they talk about indentation?
Yes.
Yes. Oh. Detected at line 2. So what's the actual problem? Yes.
You put the yes. My list you didn't.
Okay, this one. I know I've seen the error. I've seen the error. So let me start. If apple in my list. So let me do print. Now I see the error.
Indent.
Yes, I'll indent. The error I've seen, I've made this one a single quote. I've made this one also. I've made this one also a single quote. Then now I've indented. So I believe now there is no, there shouldn't be any error. Excuse me. There shouldn't be any error. Okay. It's supposed to print out my list, so why didn't it print? Oh my God. So now there is no error and it's not printing. Oh, now. Okay, let me close it. So I know this is it. So why is it not printing? Why is it not printing? If apple in my list, then print. If apple in my list, print. Yes, apple is my list. So why is it not printing? These people. Let's move forward. As we are going forward, I'll figure out why it's not printing. Because it's supposed to print that apple is not in. Apple is in my list. Supposed to print apple is in my list because apple is in the list. Apple is in the list, so I don't know why. Oh, I've seen the error. Sorry, it's from me. The underscore. Do you understand now? That's why I did not mind us.
Oh, yeah. It's in my list. Yeah, the list, yeah.
Hey, sorry, I do not look at it all. So at times, these little things can ruin your life. So I hope that this time it will behave. So when you're doing it, I'm happy that these errors, we've made it together. So that when
If Apple, you haven't put the brackets, the first one.
The first one. Okay, the error. So now it's correct. So it's, have you seen now it's working? Yeah, so I'm happy we did it together. Wow, let's check 10%. So I'm happy we did it together. So at times, these are, when going forward, these are the little errors you meet. So I'm happy you faced this error.
Okay.
So
your battery life is at 10%?
Yeah. But let's continue.
Okay.
I think I have about, today was an exhaustive day. I went to a certain school to teach app development. I came very tired.
Oh, okay. So you're teaching them how to develop apps?
Yes, and this is a competition. And do you know the hard thing, the difficult thing about this is, it's a government school. It's not a DB school where they are exposed. I wanted to take this challenge this year.
So what do they win when they win the competition?
Okay, they will give them educational fund of $3,000 each, making 15.
A student?
Yes. Making
So
15.
how many students are in the challenge?
Okay, this is a global competition, but for now I have 30 students.
Oh, so all 30 students are doing the
app.
Are doing
but, yeah, by 6 different teams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there are 6 making 30. It's a challenge. I just wanted
so
to.
they have to do an app that they think is
from scratch. They are developing it from scratch. Like they identify a problem within their society and they just do it.
There's a lot in Ghana.
Yes.
So the app, but they already know how to develop apps, or you teaching them how to develop it?
I started that one last year. So when it comes to the design part, I have no problem now. It's left with the coding part. The coding part I'm going to spend a lot of time on.
With them?
Yes.
Okay.
So normally I just
so you started teaching them like this last year?
Yes, like no, I do not. I'm not using Python. Let me show you a sample. Oh, we are almost out, but let me quickly show you a sample. Like last year, okay, so we will meet on Saturday.
On Sunday.
On Sunday, yeah. So last year, let me quickly, it should come. But for them, if they were to have laptops and stuffs, I won't suffer. But since they don't have laptops, even the design, I really spent my time on the design. It was like with the design, me and one person who likes things simple, like they shouldn't complicate my designs. I like the app to be very, very simple for the user to use. I normally want the design to be very simple for the user to use. But for them, if you don't monitor them strictly, they will design anything for you. They will just mess up the colors. Like, have you seen, let me use a WhatsApp on iPhone. Are you seeing the design is very simple, white, black, and when it takes blue. Very, very simple. Very, very simple. But for them, if you don't give them a straight monitoring, they will design anything for you. They will be choosing the colors anyhow. Yeah, so this is, this is not mine. This is their, okay, let me show you how, this is not mine. This is for them, but I have mine. I'm just showing you how it looks like. So they have the scene. So you just drag and drop, but there are codes behind it. And these are the codes. Logic. Are you seeing the logic? Like the operators. Are you seeing the operators has appeared here also? The and or not. The Boolean. That's
the true and false.
Yeah, so programming, what I'm trying to tell you is that programming, if you really understand, it runs through everything.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's at 10%. So I'll send it tomorrow. At times when I do this. Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, it's about to go off.
Okay.
So
all right. Please send me the link. Send me the link.
Okay, let me
for the YouTube one.
Okay, let me let it go, or let me end right now so that I'll upload to YouTube and I'll send you the link.
All right. No problem. All right. Thank you, bro.